Hi everybody, it's Miss Martin. I just wanted to go over your week 15 with you. I'm going to share the screen. We are in week 15, April 19th through April 23rd. It is another short week this week because you do not have school on Friday. So there won't be any logins, there won't be any presentations this week. You are off. So don't forget every week, every day that you come to class that you complete the daily checkpoint. Make sure that you check morning announcements because since this was recorded, there might be some new ones in there. So make sure you scroll over to the left, click on announcements and read those. CPR mandatory training starts today, April 19th and 20th. So make sure that you are in class. It is mandatory. This week, that will be your grade. If you show up and you complete the activity, then you'll get a test grade for that. It will count as a test grade, and I'll record that in the grade book for you. So then that brings us to Wednesday, Thursday, which is what I'm going to go over with you today. And it is the college prep final exam review. We're going over part 2. We did go over part 1 in week 14. So if you missed that, you can go ahead and go back to modules, click on week 14, and we'll go over part 1 there. So let's go over part 2. You can find the document here. You click on it, and we're going to scroll down to part 2. Okay, so part 2 is your college prep final exam. Please follow the directions below to complete. Part 2 will be due on your final exam day. We did go over the schedule in class last time, but just as a reminder, it's here. May 17th through 20th, what class period you have for each day. So this portion is due the last day. This is your final exam for college prep. I'm giving it to you in advance because there's going to be things that you have to do weekly in order to make sure that it's complete and done, okay? So we are going to complete 2 pages. One is going to be the multiple intelligence page on your portfolio, your digital portfolio. So I'm going to ask that you please watch this video here. It is talking about multiple intelligences and Howard Gardner. This is one of the things that's really fun that we do in college prep. However, you know, it's kind of hard to do that in this environment, but you can still benefit from the learning. So make sure that you watch that video where it outlines what multiple intelligences are. There's 8 different ones, and then you're going to take this quiz here. If you click on this, it takes you to the idrlabs.com. This was actually my quiz that I took, so you can see my results here. I have high linguistic, and then I have musical intelligence. Listen, I'm not Michael Jackson or anything, okay, right? Like, I'm not Beyonce. But these basically show you what you prefer as far as not so much learning, but it's tied to your learning. What you like, I like words as opposed to numbers, so you can see that here. 87 linguistic, 33 logical mathematical, and then another high one is music. So when I work, I have to have music in the background. It helps me to focus my energy. And a lot of times the way that I study is I make songs out of things that I need to remember. Another strong one for me is intrapersonal, so I'm self-reflective And then 100% existential, I'm always thinking about life's big questions. Okay, so you're going to take this quiz and it's going to give you your types. I would like to know what your top two are. So if you click here where it says take the test again, it'll just take you to the beginning and you can answer these questions. So that brings us to what are your top two intelligences? You will note this on your portfolio page, multiple intelligences, and I've given you an example to follow with 1 or 2 paragraphs about what you've learned. Make sure that you always cite your sources and the pictures that you use. So here's the sample multiple intelligence page. You see there's a picture. It is okay for you to copy these 2 paragraphs. It is okay for you to copy these 2 paragraphs. Please find your own images. Please have 1 quote from yourself. So I put ultimately learning about multiple intelligences can help me understand my strengths. After taking the multiple intelligence quiz, my results are shown in the image below. My top 2 intelligences are defined as existential and interpersonal. So you come up with your own quote, okay? You can put a picture of yourself here and then do include your chart, like the one I just showed you. You can just save that image and put it here. What are your top 2? It is okay to copy from the website as long as you cite the source. So we're just giving information and we're also like learning about ourselves. So you can copy your top 2, but then I want you to write about what you learned. What does this mean to you? How will you use it in the future? Why is it important to note these things? Does it make sense? Do you align with this? Like, what are you thinking about it? What did you learn about it? So here at the end is where you would put what you actually learned. Okay, so I use the collapsible text option here. So when I click on it, it opens. And then this one, I click on it and it opens. And then, like I said, you can just copy these things from the website, but then make sure that you go over to your reference page and you add where you got that from. Remember, this is at the very end. These are all of the things that I have collected over the years that we've been doing this. Okay, so make sure you do that. So that one was for the multiple intelligence page. I'm going to make another video to talk about your artifacts just to make it a little bit more digestible, okay? So stay tuned for the next video.